It was evening. The sky was full of soft orange light. A cold wind moved the trees gently. A boy sat alone on a wooden bench near a quiet lake. His eyes were full of tears. His old jacket could not stop the wind, and his shoes were full of holes. His name was Jack. He was just 14 years old. His hands were rough, not from playing, but from working. He looked down at the water and whispered, "Mom, I will take care of everything. I promise." Jack came from a very poor family. His father had left them when Jack was only 6. His mother was sick. She worked hard every day in a small shop, but it was not enough. His little sister, Emma, was just 8. Jack loved her more than anything. They did not have money for toys or good food. Some nights, they had only bread and water for dinner. And every day, after school, Jack worked. He cleaned tables in a small cafe. He washed cars. He carried boxes in a store. He gave out newspapers on the street. People would often ignore him. Some laughed. Some shouted. But Jack never stopped. He smiled and said thank you, even when it hurt. One cold night, he came home late. His clothes were wet. His hands were shaking. But he brought food. Emma ran to him. "Jack, you got bread and milk," she said with joy. Jack smiled, even though he had not eaten all day. He gave her everything and said, "Eat well, little bird. You must grow strong." He did his school homework at night when everyone was sleeping. Sometimes he fell asleep with a book in his hand. His eyes were tired, but his dreams were strong. He wanted to help his mom walk again. He wanted Emma to go to school like other kids. He wanted to be more than just poor. One day, something bad happened. Jack came home and saw his mom on the floor. She was not moving. He ran and cried, "Mom, please, wake up. I will do better. I will work more. Please." The neighbors came and took her to the hospital. The doctor said, "She is very sick. She needs medicine every day. It costs money." That night, Jack sat near a tree behind the hospital. He was crying. A kind old man walked by and asked, "Why are you crying, son?" Jack looked up and said, "Because I don't have money. I want to save my mom, but I'm just a poor boy. I am not smart. I cannot speak good English. No one listens to me." The old man sat beside him. "I was also poor once," he said, "but I learned. I failed. I tried again. Do not stop. Learn English. Learn anything. It will help you. And one day, you will help others." Jack looked into the man's eyes. That night, he made a promise to himself. "I will learn English. I will work harder. I will not let my family break." So, Jack did something different. After work, he went to a public library. He read small books. He listened to free English audio. He watched people talk in English. He wrote new words in a notebook. He read them again and again. He even talked to himself in the mirror. "Hello, my name is Jack. I am learning English." It was not easy. People laughed at his accent. Some teachers said, "You are too slow." But Jack said, "I am not slow. I am strong." He cried many times, but he did not stop. Emma saw him one day, talking alone. She asked, "Why are you doing this?" Jack smiled and said, "Because I want to help you fly. I want you to live your dreams. And for that, I must become better." Years passed. Jack kept working after school. He learned more English. He read books about computers, business, and speaking skills. Slowly, he spoke better. He became confident. He started helping other poor kids learn English. One day, he started a small class under a tree. Only 3 kids came. He said, "We will learn together. We will speak without fear." He used simple words. He taught from his heart. He told stories of his pain and his dreams. The number of students grew from 3 to 10, then 20. Soon, many children came from nearby towns. They sat on the ground and listened. Jack said, "You don't need big money to learn. You just need a big heart." A rich man from the city heard about Jack. He came to visit his class. Jack told him, "I just want these kids to believe in themselves." The man said, "I want to help you. I will build you a center. Teach more. Teach the world." Jack was shocked. His eyes were full of tears. He looked at the sky and said, "Mom, are you watching? I kept my promise." With help, Jack started his own English center. He named it Hope and Voice. He gave free classes to poor kids. He also gave food and clothes. He became famous. TV shows talked about him. People from all over wanted to meet the boy who once cried near a lake. But Jack never forgot his past. He still worked hard. He still walked to the hospital with medicine for his mom. She was better now. Emma was in college. Jack paid for everything. He also helped other families like his. One day, a reporter asked, "Jack, how did you do this?" He smiled and said, "I worked after school. I cried. I failed. I lost things. I lost love. I lost sleep. But I never lost hope." The reporter asked, "What is your dream now?" Jack looked at the camera and said, "To teach every poor child English, so they can speak, so they can dream, so no one can say you are nothing, because they are something. They are everything." Jack stood on the stage in a big hall. Hundreds of people were clapping. He looked at the crowd and said, "If you are poor, don't be afraid. If you are alone, don't give up. If you feel broken, stand again. Learn something. Work after school. Work in the morning. But never stop. Your time will come. People cried. People cheered. His mom sat in the front row, smiling with tears in her eyes. Emma held her hand and whispered, "He did it. He really did it." Jack walked out of the hall and sat alone for a moment under a tree, the same way he used to. He looked at the stars and said, "Thank you, old pain. You made me strong." This is Jack's story. A poor boy who worked after school. A boy who cried alone, but never gave up. A boy who learned English, taught others, and became a light for many. Remember this: even when you have nothing, you can give hope. Even when you are small, you can make a big change. Never stop learning. Never stop loving. And never stop dreaming. Now I ask you, what is your dream? Are you ready to work after school, after pain, after failure? Because your story starts now. Ask ChatGPT.